Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baka podcast.
Baka.
It's amazing how every time you open your mouth, you prove you're an idiot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a mini-sode of Baka. Haven't done one of these in a while, but just so you know, usually we talk about anime in a book club review style. But tonight, or this morning, whenever you hit play, we're not doing that. We're doing whatever we want. And what we want to do is tell you our favorite things from 2025. Mostly anime.
Mostly,
some other things. So that's what we're going to do. And to do so, I need the help of my co-host, who are going to tell us their thing they're most excited about for 2026 in their introductions. We have my favorite host of 2025, Jeremy.
Most excited, just playing through Final Fantasy. I've got a big list of Final Fantasy games I want to get through this year, and yeah, excited about that.
All right.
Not really about anything else that's coming into play in 26.
And my least favorite host of 2025, Jason. Number 2, man, it's pretty good.
out of 2 is not great.
Now, what you looking for 2026?
When you'll discover what I left in your house. No, just kidding.
By the smell.
I feel attacked.
You should. Just the new games that are going to be coming out. I can't remember any of the titles of the ones that I'm. Oh, that's right. So there's 2. There's the next Forest and also the next Long Dark. Both of those are coming out this year, hopefully.
My name is Troy. I'm here at the start of 2026 trying to learn soldering. I want to do some small tech repair. I have PlayStation. I play PlayStation 5, and they got joystick drifts, and I want to replace the joysticks, and I'll just be able to do that kind of stuff. So, looking to learn that. Probably will crash and burn and fail. Be great.
If you get good at it, you can use your 3D printing skills to then make cool electronics.
Yeah, you could.
Also, soldering gun works with 3D printing because you can use it to help melt things and weld together. It all goes together. It's like hobbies that feed on this other hobbies. It's great.
Hobbyception.
Or expensive. Either way. All right. Like I said, topic tonight is to talk about our favorite things from 2025. We each picked our top 3 anime. We have some other categories we're going to go through as well. Other things that we're interested in. Some more than others, as you'll see. We're going to try to keep it brief because we have a lot of things to go through, and I'm just going to get us started. Let's just go in name order. You guys are okay with rotating? Okay. Yeah. So,
or maybe favorite host order.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right. So let's do our favorite anime, 3rd place. Jason, you start us off.
Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy was way better than I thought it was going to be. What?
I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
I forgot to explain. These aren't things that necessarily came out in 2025. These are things we experienced in 2025. Yes. Because like we're always way behind on anime just because of the format of the podcast. So things we experienced 2025. All right. Sorry, Jason. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Yeah, it's Isekai. And it definitely subverted a bunch of expectations for me. And it was really neat. It was a lot better than Slime. But yeah. Good stuff.
Was that one we watched on the podcast?
It was not.
I was going to say, I don't recognize that name.
Huh. Because I watched it in 2025. You would have too.
Do you have the elevator pitch for you?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a nation building kind of anime. The main gist of it is he's human, but he ends up with bad relationships with humans in this isekai world, so he ends up building relationships with other cultures of demi-humans. It's a little similar to Slime in that way. However, his power set's really cool. And he has to get dwarves to build him jewels that will drain his mana so that he doesn't look like a monster to everyone else that can see his mana. And then there's one moment where, because all of his gems are full and he's in a fight that he's not quite losing, but he wants to end, he uses like a magic bow to then attach his, like, he takes off all his gems and he fires it. Well, it goes off like a nuclear bomb. It just takes up this huge area. He's like, oops, I didn't think that would happen. So, but yeah, it's actually, it's real funny and cute in a lot of areas too. It's not too serious. It was a good time.
All right, Jeremy, yours.
So mine, I really wanted to pick ReZero, but I picked No Longer Allowed in Another World. I remember that one being really funny, really entertaining. Just seeing a character who didn't really give a crap about anything and just wanted to end it and not even play along with the whole isekai fantasy. And then having the other characters that just kind of got added and each had their own quirk. It was really, really great. Unexpectedly good.
I remember that one catching me by surprise. I don't remember seeing it when I looked over anime. It wouldn't have made my list, but it was definitely made in the running. Mine number 3 was Zenshu. This is exactly what I like in an anime. It's really short. We just had arguments in the main episode about long form television, but this is hey, it's 12 episodes. It's a self-contained story. You don't need to research anything. It's a love letter to classic 80s anime. The story is really tight, even though the story within a story is really garbage, but that's also part of it. It harkened back to like waiting for Sci-Fi or Toonami to run anime specials on old anime movies. That would be like, these don't make any sense, or they're weird. The translations are rough. Great. It was a breakout hit for me. I only gave it 4, and it's survived much better in my memory. It's one of those ones that even after reviewing it, it's just gone up. All right, our next one is our favorite television show from the year. So, Jason, what was your favorite television show?
I don't end up watching a lot, but I did fit Invincible in the season 2. And I'm looking forward to the next installment. It's really good.
What was season 3 that you watched then?
Season 3,
or
yes.
just all 3? Oh.
Yeah, no.
I stopped it, and I've wanted to watch season 3, and I just haven't got to it.
Yeah, there's some really cool reveals. And then I don't know if you've seen clips online, but the multiple dimension marks is pretty interesting storyline.
Very cool. All right, Jeremy, your television?
Murderbot. I really enjoyed Murderbot. It had a few things. Yeah, it had a few things that weren't fantastic. I wasn't a real big fan of, but the humor in it was spot on. Just the interesting setting of having this android that has broken free, but what's he gonna do? He just wants to watch TV all day long, every day. And the actor did he's one of the Skarsgård. He did a great job. The voiceover, just fantastic. Just narrating what's going on in the robot's mind and how he's viewing everybody. Absolutely fantastic. 5 out of 5 for that one.
Television, just like Jason, was one I didn't have a lot. I think I have more than him. Me and my wife watch like one episode of TV a week, and that's not bragging. We waste our time with video games and movies and stuff. But there are a couple that stood out. Skeleton Crew, the Star Wars meets Goonies series. I watched that with my son, and I had a great time with it. It's just very, very unimportant, but just classic kids having an adventure. There's pirates. Jude Law was great in it. And then Twisted Metal ended up really liking. It's not even I don't have the game nostalgia, but it was this throwback to the 2000s and really silly and tongue in cheek with some cool car fighting, especially for obviously not a high budget show. Really enjoyed that one. But my favorite was Alien Earth by far. It just it had its weak spots, as a lot of television shows do, but the acting was great. The new creatures, the xenomorphs were fun, especially in the beginning, but later they bring in some different deadly aliens, and they were just so exciting. Never seen a stare down from a goat give you chills. So awesome. So Alien Earth was mine.
Oh, since you pulled three, I did have one other, Severance.
Hey,
Severance was
as long
really
as you
good.
keep it tight, you can list runners up. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay. Severance was also awesome. In fact, I thought that was going to be the one that I was going to pick, but then I remembered
Murderbot.
that we watched Murderbot right at the end. And we did watch both seasons of it last year, so that was just a major binge. We couldn't put it down. Season one was,
That's
I
something
think
need to
season
watch.
one was better, but it was fantastic.
All right. Uh, if you guys don't know, not only do we like anime, we're major board gamers in that we play board games online a lot. And some of us have board games collections. So
Yeah.
we're gonna say our favorite board game that we played last year.
Lord of the Rings: Fate of the Fellowship. I had such a blast. It's a co-op uh pandemic style uh movement kind of game, and it's 1 to 4 players. We played it and it didn't go well.
No.
But I loved the mechanics so much I ended up playing single player. I forget how many times, but I think it took me like 14 tries to finally win one round. Um, it, it's pretty great to kind of try and follow like where they went in the movies, because if you do, you're gonna lose. Uh, but just kind of finding the metas and like the variance of bad things that could happen with the cards every turn was really great. Totally, like if you like cooperative games, it's a great one to get into.
All right, Jeremy, what's yours?
Nemesis Retaliation. I
Hmm.
When I got this, I thought it looked really fun, looked very interesting, but the way that it just kind of lets you tell a story based on your experience is unmatched. I haven't seen another game quite like that. Um, it
Traitor.
gives you different objectives, so like everybody thinks, hey, we're here for the same purpose, but secretly, you might be there to kill one of them, and you don't tell them. You just have to like orchestrate things so that maybe they'll die or both.
Or get in
I
a
haven't.
cryopod and leave your crew to die. I don't know.
Yeah, or try until they figure out that's what you're doing, and then everybody dies. Um, it's a blast. I've played it 6 or 7 times now, maybe a time or two more than that, and I still haven't won. We've gotten really close. There was one time where Tanya and I were playing 2 player, and I had died, and we were trying to get her out alive. Still, she made it to randomly. She actually you build the map as you go. She got to a shuttle that would let her escape. She rolled the dice to try and get in the shuttle because you can't just get in the shuttle, and she just happened to hit the dice face that made an alien spawn in, and that alien was
Oh.
enough to kill her. And so that was the end. It's a great game. Pixel Tactics is the other one that I really liked, just because of its. There are so many variations because you have 9 little cards that you can put on the board, and where you put them makes a difference, and which one they are makes a difference. And you just got this deck that you keep milling through trying to decide who you're going to play. And at the same time, it's a 2 player game, so the other guy's doing the same thing. So you got to formulate that strategy. So many moving pieces. It's all pixel characters. Love it. And then there's all just kidding.
I I almost picked Nemesis, and if we had won any of our games we've played with you, I probably would have.
Uh-huh.
Most thematic game I've ever played. Like you feel like you're an aliens in it. But my pick was Final Girl. This is a solo player game. You buy basically a core set, which gives you all the pieces you need, and then you buy individual killers. They come with a killer and location, and the covers are actually their boards. And then you can, and they're based off old horror movies, and then you can mix and match. You can fight the Xenomorph at Camp Crystal, and the names are all changed for IP reasons, but it's also
Legally
very
distinct.
clearly, yeah. So yeah, you can fight the Thing on the spaceship from the Nostradamus from Alien. Uh, Very fun stuff, and it's much more RNG random than most board games I like. I like to have thinky decisions, but the thematics come through so well. It's totally worth it. And sometimes I even win and not die. All right, back
Yeah,
to anime.
you removed video games again.
No, I did.
Uh, maybe just name one or two during thing, but make it quick.
No. We'll have a video game topic. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
Let's do our anime in second place. Jason?
ReZero season 3. Just nothing else beat it out. I mean, except for one, obviously my first place pick. But if you haven't picked up ReZero, start at season 1. Worth a watch every moment.
When you glaze just a little too hard. It actually didn't make my list, but man, it was right there.
Dude, it's so
It's so good. It is. It's still probably my favorite series, but just
Mhm.
it's the third season alone didn't beat these other three.
fair.
Jeremy?
Cleavitus. I really liked it. It was gritty. It was dark. It was painful. It had its flaws, but I was still really drawn into it.
Weird. It was a dark
Yeah,
fantasy.
yeah, just the kind of like.
My number 2 is the only one we didn't watch on the podcast, and it's from my list. It's The Summer Hikaru Died. This is a story about two boys out in the country, and one of them dies up on the mountain trying to do something with a mountain god, and then the mountain god takes over its body and comes down, and the other boy realizes it and then has to decide how he's going to react to this, especially since he had feelings for the other boy, and now his object of affection is a Cthulhu death monster. It's very Eldritch horror. There's not a lot of boo scares. Anime doesn't do horror well, but this does creepy very well because sometimes he just accidentally starts eating people, or he clearly states, "I don't understand the value of human life." To him, a dead person and a live person are the same because he knows sees spirits. So why shouldn't I eat a person or kill this person who I need to silence because they saw my true form? It's emotional. It uses it's not boy love, but it uses that as a way to keep character decisions true. And I watched it and was blown away. So yeah, that would be my number 2. All right, we're gonna go to movies next. Your favorite movie you watched in 2025?
Uh, Abigail was probably my top one. What I loved about it was a sillier horror movie. You could still classify it as a horror movie, but just the fact that we're gonna go after this little girl. Oh, because they always make the joke that like, oh, it's a little girl, but she's a 300-year-old vampire. Well, this one's going to eat you. So, turned a few tropes on their head. The graphics at the end scene were really bad. Definitely B-ish. But besides that, yeah, just had a great time with it. Honorable mention would probably be Knives Out. I know it's a older movie, but I didn't see it until last year. Super impressed with it.
I really enjoyed Mickey 17. It had some issues, but I thought it was funny, and I loved the tropey. Well, not even tropey, but just like the clone idea. I thought the main actor did a great job. It's the guy from
Don't say it.
Batman and
Yeah, thank you. Let's just leave
Vampire.
it. No, don't say the other one. No one likes the other one.
Yeah, he did a great job as a character. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I also the new Naked Gun was pretty good. Yeah, that's up there. And then we watched Tombstone for the first time. We've never seen it before, and it was shockingly good. We were kind of doing a Val Kilmer binge, just trying to see all the movies he'd been in.
Yeah.
And this one was really, really good.
You can be my Huckleberry.
That's right.
Of categories, this was the hardest one to pick. Long Walk was up there, like in third place, but then I had to choose between the other two, and I went in. The one that won my heart was Superman, but the one I'm choosing is actually just a better movie in actuality, and that was Sinners. Yeah, it's winning all the awards, but it's so dang perfect in that, whether it's a being a drama or it's being a horror or being an action film. It's nailing everything and it's switching back and forth between all these things. It's a great snapshot into history. It's a great scary story. The way they use their themes, there's no flaws in it. It's too good. I didn't think I'd like it. I heard all the hype. I thought it'd be overhyped. It blew me away, and I wanted to pick Superman as my favorite really, really bad. All right. Next up, we have our favorite video game of 2025.
I'm always gonna pick Path of Exile because it's just my jam. But if I set that one aside, Cronus: A New Dawn is a Resident Evil style game where you get limited inventory, limited supplies, limited ammo. Great story. It's pretty on rails as far as where you need to go. The puzzles are not particularly hard. The combat feels good, but man, the story, the twists, and the reveals, so worth it. If you haven't picked that one up, do it. And then my, as far as story on rails game, which is way more on rails, I really liked was Routine. It's a brand new game of 2025. It's got that 80s sci-fi feel. So like your weapon, quote unquote, is like, it looks like a VCR with a gun handle, and it's got this like small monitor on it. And yeah, the monsters aren't particularly hard and the scares aren't particularly scary, but it's more psychological and the story's good. So
I think we can tell Jason's main hobby by how much energy he put into each
100%.
So much more detail.
Subcategories for that one. All right, Jeremy, how about you?
So Expedition 33, and I know everybody has been talking about how great it is. I loved it. It was fantastic. The story, the gameplay. In fact, that is why I went back and started playing Final Fantasy. Even just going through the very beginning, I've gone through 1 through 5, and they've been great. Great experience, Expedition 33. But also Tales of Majayal, which is a roguelike game where you create a character and then you just
game is so old.
It is. It's really old. But it's great, and I finally beat it. I've never beat it before. I've played it many years, and yeah, I finally got a character all the way through to the end. Not the character class I would have thought. Certainly not my usual playstyle. But I survived, and that was really cool. And then recently, I discovered a game, because it's in a demo right now, called Everything is Crab. And this game is awesome. It like scratches that spore itch where you have a creature builder and whatnot, because every time you play it, you're going to evolve in different ways. But at the same time, it's a little bit of like a Vampire Survivor style game. So yeah, it's really fun. I can't wait until they actually release the full game.
Feels like someone spent a little more detail in another area as well.
Yeah. Movies.
Okay, next time we do this, there are going to be rules.
Yeah, they'll only apply to me.
Yep.
Probably. No, I definitely see some rules for everybody. Anyway, mine is also Expedition 33, and there's not even a close runner-up. In fact, I kept leaving video games off the show notes. These guys have kept reminding me, and it's because there wasn't a debate in my head. This game was everything this year. There's nothing close to it. As far as the kind of games I like, it mixes like the Dark Souls difficulty with fighting, because you have to parry and dodge, but it's RPG style like old Final Fantasy. It's French meeting JRPG storytelling. It's so cool and unique, but also a callback to, they were all inspired by Final Fantasy VII. It's amazing, and it deserved all the awards it gets, in my opinion. And like I said, I've played a lot of video games I like, but there's just nothing worth mentioning more than Expedition 33. And I game almost as much as these guys.
I will have to say, that is Expedition 33 was on my list as well. I just didn't want to pick something so obvious.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
What do you mean?
No, this isn't a commercial. This is you picking your favorite thing. This isn't trying to sell people the video games they haven't heard of.
I'm
You know,
just
it's
saying
game.
it was a fantastic game. I didn't want people to think I didn't like it.
You
You
just
don't get
said
the
it would have been
award
on your
because
list,
everybody
but it was
thinks you
already
get the
picked. That's
award.
not a disqualifying. What is happening? Your favorite thing. All
You
right,
didn't
our
put any
next-
rules.
It's literally without the name of. Yeah, I don't think we're doing this again. You'll never know what we did in 2026. All right, our next thing is literally our favorite thing. So something that didn't fit the other categories. It's actually kind of a rules-free one. Just something that in 2025 you encountered or experienced that was your favorite. It could be a physical object. It's a thing. So Jason, what was your favorite thing in 2025?
3D printing.
Oh.
So for Christmas, we got a 3D printer. I didn't know anything about it except that you could make, Troy's always given me the example of a microwave handle. And so I thought it was going to be super useful. We have yet to print one useful thing because everything else has just been awesome.
Yep.
So
Yep. It's for fun.
To be fair, that is the phase you started. You start in the entertainment, and then you run out of shelf room for your knickknacks, and you're like, okay, what else can I do with this?
Yeah.
Where can I put these
can put more
knickknacks? I
shelf.
can make a box for the knickknacks that I print.
So I made a 3D model of a Star Wars Nexu, which is like a lizard cat, back in like 2012. I found the model in my Google
Digitally.
Drive. Digitally. I threw it into Blender and I exported it out to my 3D printer and I printed it. I was so excited. I'm going to have so much fun this year. But yeah, that's my favorite thing.
That's awesome. Very cool. So my favorite thing, I used to love, well, that's not really helpful if you don't know the symbol. I used to love Farscape. And so Farscape finally came out with an edition, which is a sequel to the actual show, ties up some loose ends, tells you more story. And they
Comic book,
did
right?
such a good job with it.
Comic book?
Hmm?
It's a comic book, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a 2-book set, great big, very well done. The art
For
is
some
good.
For some people, this is an audio podcast.
Yeah, well, you heard the book shut just now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Big book, guys. He has a big
It's a
comic
big book.
book. Sequel to
we got
Farscape.
2 of them. It's a
Very
two-part
cool.
series. But also, I found the Jason Brandt channel on YouTube, and it's amazing because they watch old shows that are actual crap. Some of them aren't old, but they're B movies. They've got like 400 and something episodes. Each episode is like 20 to 25 minutes. I play them sometimes when I'm eating. It is hysterical. You'll find everything from Tammy and the T-Rex to Jaws the Revenge to Maximum Overdrive from Stephen King,
So it's
Robo
Mystery
Vampire.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Basically, except they don't actually make like witty comments adding to what the characters are saying so much as they just like cringe and
reactions.
the whole time.
Oh,
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, and you get like different edited scenes where you see enough of the show and you understand enough of what's going on to where you're like, yeah, I would never watch this, but it is fun to hate watch something with somebody else that's hate watching it. It's called It's So Bad It's Good, and I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Are we not
You'd
going to talk
probably
about how
love it.
Jason's favorite thing was only like a week for the whole year was his favorite thing? But yeah, Expedition 33 couldn't be on the list because someone else might pick it.
Why would we talk about that? That is petty.
1 week.
Maybe I'm feeling petty now. I'm not above it.
I'm sorry your quarterback's ankle's broken, okay?
My favorite thing, I also have some really cool stuff in December that I'm really liking, but trying to look at the whole year. Back in June, I bought a subscription to the Marvel Unlimited app. And while the app itself is really janky and needs someone who understands UI to come through and like add some extra features, like remembering where I am in the comic, or because sometimes it just forgets and I have to go look at the new week publications. It releases every single Marvel comic book 3 months after its printed release. So I get all the Star Wars story, all the comic, Marvel, Spider-Man, X-Men, and I've had a blast. I was reading it every Saturday morning. I get up with a cup of coffee and sit in my chair and read comics. And then I realized that Saturday mornings are really hectic. We got to go to the store. We got to go get stuff fixed before people come over. So it turned out now I read a couple issues every night before bed. It's my bedtime reading. Like I said, I've got to read some great comic book stories from Star Wars. Fantastic Four by Ryan North has been an amazing series. There's some really bad ones too, but I just stopped reading those. But yeah, it has been one of the best purchases I've had all this year, even though it's just an app that needs a little love. It's been fun for me. All right, our number one anime. You waited through all that crap to get to here. What was our favorite anime that we watched in 2025? Jason's first. I'm sure it's not an anime he watched a week ago.
Clevitus.
A few weeks ago.
That is my favorite anime this year. It's so good.
You are not doing 7 words for your favorite anime on our anime podcast when you talked for 3 paragraphs about video games.
Fine. It's well, it's already been discussed, so I didn't think I need to fill much more. But okay,
This is
I'll
your
give a
number one.
small-
It deserves
okay.
special attention.
I'll give a small synopsis. Eldritch creature raises a kid. What an idea, right? And so not only was it super unique, but just the follow through with a lot of the different story beats. The main good guy is actually a corpse because she dies in the very first episode. and like it's just so many cool ideas. It's dark fantasy. Come to find out, the bad guy is not the bad guy you think he is, and the world is not what you think it is. What great storytelling! What a way to not drag out a story and stall and make it just painful to watch. Like, it was just tight and to the point, and it was wonderful.
They didn't
I love how-
explain what Clevitus is. Like, what is he?
Well, he's a magic beast.
We're not complaining about each other's people. I apologize for that. I'll even edit that out.
You don't have
You
to.
can have. You can
It's
use
just
your
'cause you're
number one to
wrong.
dig at me.
Yep.
And my number one,
You
the
skipped
only
me.
one. Did I? Oh yeah.
You did. He was so excited to then dig at me. I loved it.
Jeremy's number one.
Yes, Don to Don. Fantastic, super entertaining. Love what they did with the characters.
No wonder we fought so much.
Yes,
We're not.
love
We're
it.
not complaining about other people's picks. That is a rule.
No, I'm just saying we fought a lot on that one, and I didn't know that it was his favorite, and that makes sense. That's all. That's the only
heck
comment.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely loved how it went from having, the spirit monsters to then having the sci-fi stuff and the psychic things, just so many different elements brought into the same thing, yet it was quick and it had a good pace to it, and the characters were interesting and they were fun, and it had a good measure of comedy along with great action sequences. Absolutely love it. I am highly looking forward to another season.
Oh, but
You're not
that's not
allowed to re-
offensive.
You're not allowed to rebuttal.
I'm not rebutting. I'm just wondering why you took offense to mine, but not that description.
Oh, I wasn't intentionally criticizing.
Yeah,
If
yours
it-
was
if it
very
happened
pointed.
Was it really?
No, Jason's was.
I was
Yeah.
just glazing Clevitus.
Alluding
That's
to
all I
something
was
we haven't
doing.
even talked about in this episode. You're referencing another recording we did
It's
tonight.
ridiculous. Why would you think that?
Because you don't know how to podcast.
I've been doing this for quite a few years, I'll have you know.
I had the same thought. My number one, very unique. Dun dun dun.
Yes, I knew it.
Yeah. My biggest complaint is that we had to watch the 2 parts so far apart. We watched part 1 way back at the beginning of the year and watched part 2 more recently. To me, it just feels like this new bar being set for anime, longer running anime. Um, Jeremy covered all the great points about it, but everything we watch now, I'm holding it up against that. I really liked my 2 and 3, but Don just feels like the next step in anime. And I don't mean in its exact style or anything, but just the fact that it's willing to grow and evolve past old tropes, to do something fresh and new in many ways that no one else is doing. From the classical music being featured as battle music, or references to other anime that paved the way for it, Attack on Titan, all this stuff it does, it's so good, every step of the way. Again, characters, art, everything is gelling. It had a literal heavy metal song in the middle of the second half of this, like it has no fear to be itself, and it's so refreshing. It's this huge breath of yeah, it's fresh.
So fresh.
So tired. uh, and that's it.
Yeah, I loved how
That's
it had so much confidence in its writing. It's
because
very
that was
important in writing.
pointed. He shouldn't have done that.
Oh, okay. Is that what it was?
That was bad podcasting.
Well,
Jeremy, I
wanted to do
agree
something
with
new.
you.
Thank you.
I can't believe you guys would mention that about.
About what? What did we say?
Better go watch the other episode.
The anime. Oh yeah, what's the one where he's like a Gundam pilot, isekai? F's his robot.
Oh, the evil emperor
Oh my God.
of a
Yeah, I
galactic
can't believe you guys
empire.
would
That's
reference
not
that. It's not
making-
even a recent episode. God, get some new material. Gotta let that one
I'm
go,
the
guys.
evil lord of an intergalactic empire.
Yeah, we gotta quit referencing that with all our, criticisms. Right? We can move on.
That's the one.
We can move on.
Because there's as much context for it to be that as any other episode, since this is a separate minisode that I could release whenever I freaking choose. This could come out in June. I don't even care. We need to
You're gonna
go.
make
all
sad
right.
'cause you told me
Hey.
you were gonna reduce it in the next. You're gonna be a liar then.
I can edit whatever I want. I would love to hear our listeners' favorite animes, as many as you want to put in the comments. I don't care, but especially I'm interested in everyone's number one. What really grabbed you? Again, doesn't have to be something that came out in 2025 because streaming and release dates are weird. Just what did you experience in 2025, or any other topics we covered, or anything just really cool that you started this year? That's what this whole conversation was about. We're gonna refine things a little bit if we ever do this again, for sure.
That's what you think.
But I appreciate these guys giving it their best college try. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's you can leave those things on our website, theanimebakaclub.com, at the contact us button, at Twitter at Baka Podcast, on the anywhere you found this, you leave a comment or a review, or just
5 stars.
Send happy thoughts into the universe. It's all good. We need to go.
Thanks for
Have a
listening.
great 2026.
See ya.